Hi. I did! I pressed the button!
Oh, God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean? You told me not to go live!
Why didn't you go live like 5 minutes ago when you had time? You would have been early!
Listen to me, chat. Listen to me. I have been, like, on time or early for my streams for the past 7 streams, and Candy's like, oh, why are you going live early? It's like a few minutes early. I'm like, I like my fast clock. I like my clock that's fast. I like living in my sped up time. I like it being different. Who's ready to dive they hell? I am. What the?
Hi, chat.
True. Hi, chat. Listen. You guys... Ugh. Ugh. Sorry, I'm mad at Candy. Candy,
No, you're not.
Yes. Oh, no, I'm not. I was never mad at Candy.
Yay.
It never happened.
What were you going to say about me and my me?
I guess nothing. Proverbial. Thank you so much for the subscription. Watch out for Bug. I will. I've got my 2 heroic heroes with me today, Candy and Sanity, who will be joining me on our hero's journey against the nefarious bugs. The Helldivers, too, is genuinely, like, my favorite game. And you can tell it's my favorite game because I have a small paragraph written about it underneath the title here, saying that the balance issues were not as egregious as everyone said. Yes, there were issues. Yes, there were critical issues, but everyone dropping the game as if it was unplayable was because they were unpatriotic cowards, and they do not deserve... what do they not deserve, Candy?
You didn't put an apostrophe in the word weir.
What? What word weir?
You wrote were.
What? What are you talking about?
You did the wrong one.
Where? What are you talking about?
No, weir.
What? I'm mad at you
I was
now.
gonna talk about why Sanity is gone, and then you asked me a question, and I realized I hadn't been listening to anything you were saying because I was trying to think of a segue to talk about Sanity being gone because he had to go season his suit.
2 suits.
Which is
he has
the most...
2 suits.
Right, he's double suit maxing. He's dual wielding, if anything. It's the most Sanity reason to not be here.
Chat, are any of you dual wielding 2 suits tonight?
Like his double pizza, exactly. We should tell him to mix his 2 soups together. I wonder what kinds he has. He literally didn't even tell us.
That sounds fucking yummy.
He came in the call, he said, hey guys, I'm eating 2 soups. He took a bite of his soup, and then, like, was like, oh, this sucks, and immediately left.
Wait,
exactly
yeah,
how
he
it went
literally
down.
did that, like, right before the stream started. Where is he?
I'm not exaggerating.
Chat, where did you put Sanity?
Huh?
I'm asking chat where they put Sanity.
Did he not leave of his own accord?
I'm just assuming chat's responsible.
Chat?
Why did it take you so long to ping everyone, fail streamer? I was crediting Evie for Evie's cool new thing that she has made us, and I briefly forgot that pinging Evie didn't ping the entire server. So, you know what? Whatever. You're fine. You'll survive. What is happening to the little guys? They are all in jail now. What the fuck?
Oh, now you've really fucked it up.
You know there's other games than Helldivers, Minecraft, and VOD, right? Yeah, Sanity knows. You should watch his stream, Soppy. I know you're being facetious because I don't see you in Sanity's chat. If you meant it, you would have watched Bugs and Guns, but you didn't because you're facetious. That's the word.
What do you mean by Bugs and Guns? Was that another stream I didn't watch?
That was another no, that was Sanity's stream that you didn't watch.
Oh.
Candy doesn't watch our streams.
I don't. It's not worth my time.
Where is my critter? What the hell?
He's still getting seasoning for his soup.
Anyway, everyone, we have a new critter in the menagerie. It's an adorable little bulb that you can have whenever you want now. It's so cute. Wow, it's day of getting eaten by bugs and robots day. So cool. No. Nuh-uh. I'm listening to tabletop RPGs, actually? What? Then why are you mad at me? I'm not that. I'm not a tabletop RPG. Why are you mad at me?
think it'd be really funny if Soppy consumed media the same way that Sanity does. Like, y'all don't know this, but outside of stream, Sanity has like 5 different windows of various media playing at the exact same time. He'll be listening to music, 2 different Twitch streams, a YouTube video, and a documentary in the background, all while being in the call with us, especially for a stream. And he'll still put that shit on like 3 times speed. I bet that's how Soppy gets to all of our streams.
Yeah, he's 3 times speeding them live. Oh, put him down? We can't.
We need him.
He might be a TikTok baby, but he's the only one that we could arm with machine guns for our war.
He's a TikTok baby. We put him in front of the phone, and since he was born, he's done those weird little white boy wiggles. He's born perfect for going viral.
And it's gonna work. One of these days, he's gonna hit a little dance so swagful that we're gonna get over 100 different clout points.
Am I crazy, or is the saturation of their profile pictures crazy high? Girl, that's the radium.
That is actually the radium, I'm afraid. Yeah, the saturation is crazy. It's literally normal. That's what we look like.
It's the radium. I just said that.
Candy literally explained. Dipped in happy juice. Oh. Oh, now I'm gonna get smiling. What were you talking about right before the stream started? Puppy coin? Puppy bucks?
Doggy dollars.
Oh, doggy dollars. Oh. Well, I'm not interested in investing, I'm afraid.
Nobody asked you.
Oh, okay.
You walked into this board meeting through the locked door somehow and started denying everything that we were pitching. You threw our projector out the window. You started ripping the wallpaper off the walls. I don't even know who you are.
Well, I'm Jamie, and I'm here to destroy all investments.
Everybody in the board meeting stands up and starts applauding rapturously. There are tears welling up in their eyes. All of these 70-year-old men.
The Twink of Wall Street title pops up. Oh, shit! Anonymous gift subber. Thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. Let's fucking go. There's the applause. We found them.
Candy built. You can't do this to me.
I built this company. You can't do this.
Do you know how much I sacrificed? Willem Dahoe? They should cast me.
They should cast you. What would you be of Wall Street?
Green Goblin.
The Green Goblin of Wall Street.
Green Goblin.
I'm not doing matchmaking tonight because my friends are gonna be joining me, right, Candy?
Yeah, like 2 seconds. Hang on.
How far is the update along?
3.
3 what?
Synchronized.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna assume 3 minutes left, right?
You know what they say, assumptions make an ass out of you and I.
Gay fuck of Wall Street. Awesome. That's
okay,
badass.
Well, that's better than whatever I just said.
Okay, so, Candy, here's what we're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
I am playing on the big difficulty, so you're gonna have to... What do you mean?
You know I don't like it on this extremely difficult difficulty.
I don't think you've even played on this difficulty yet. They just added it.
I have.
Oh, you have? Yay!
I've done everything on Earth. I've listened to every song ever posted. My favorite is the humming of a Tibetan monk on the top of a mountain. And I will never hear it again.
Oh, okay. Can you go to Ocean Planet and drown? Candy, what are the optics looking like for Ocean Planet and drowning?
Now that is a paid request. So if you read our terms of service, we are not obligated to fulfill that, but you're welcome to send a complaint to our customer service line.
We have a customer service line?
Its hours are closed.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but that is beautiful.
I take a deep bow and fall down. Is one of those hype trains about a Jamiroquai?
Wait, what?
They added a fucking Jamiroquai reference in Twitch emotes? Oh, fuck.
Does that mean it's over, or is that good?
Did any of you get that? I hope one of you at least got that.
Chat, somebody post Jimmy.
Oh my god,
oh my god, it is!
It's a fucking Jamiroquai! I need to make one of those, dude. I need to rip that
Holy
emote
shit.
off.
James 7 Miraquai. It's really beautiful, Naravar. Okay, well, just me and my team, ready to go. Just me and my team. Just me and my loyal team.
I'll be there. Stop whinging and whining.
I only have, like... It's already 8:14.
And it's actually not.
Okay.
You know your clock is fast.
My clock is fast and that's good. Okay, chat. Listen. I have a fast clock. It makes me on time to streams. That is a good thing. Say that's a good thing, okay? Sanity
you know
is too
that's not...
soup.
That's true. He's having a soup adventure in Soup World.
I'm not late. I want you to be late more? No,
See?
just be on time normally.
See?
I've literally been normal. I've been on time or early for the past like 7 streams.
What is chat gonna laugh at then?
Down. One more to go.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
you're
fucking
here.
go.
Yeah.
Was it yummy?
Wait, you finished one of them?
I did. It was a mushroom-based sort of bastard.
Man, I was gonna
Ooh.
ask you to mix them together to combine and make one mega soup.
I've got terrible news for you. I literally already did.
Let's go.
Let's
Now we're all
fucking
happy with you.
go.
So here's the deal, is I had the soup, and then I was like, damn, this is not seasoned well enough. So I had to go get other seasonings. But I didn't bring the bowl with me, so I just had to have found a little tin, and I just cracked like pepper and salt and cayenne pepper and chili powder and garlic powder, onion powder, like a little bit of like not thyme powder, what the fuck is it called? It's like an allspice seasoning into a little tin, and then I dumped all of it on top of the mushroom-based soup pasta combo. It was really good, and then I started getting into the second bowl of soup, and then I was like, oh, this needs also stuff, but I'm not gonna go down there again. Because my friend needs me, so I just sort of mixed the two together, all the different flavorings and powders.
Aw. You showed up to save me.
Wait, did you start without me?
What?
Singular.
Yeah, I told you, we only have like 2 hours to go.
What do you mean that we only have 2 hours to go? You started like 30 minutes early.
I didn't start 30... It's lit... What do you mean I started 30 minutes early?
You
Candy
started way early, which is why I was like, okay, I guess I got time to go get soup then, if you're just gonna be kind of like yapping for the first bit.
Even if they hadn't started early, you would still be late.
I didn't...
No, I was present, and then Jane was like, I'm gonna start early, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess that means I have time to go get everything else.
You just said that I wasn't gonna start early. You just said that I was gonna start on time,
Here's
and then you
what
lied.
happened. Here's
You
the
didn't.
actual chain of events. You join the Discord, you tell us about your soups. You say, oh fuck, this needs more seasoning. We start to tell you something, and you walk away saying, oh, James gonna be early, I'll be back. Nobody confirmed that.
Incorrect.
Jane was
lives in his
not
own little
early.
world. Candy lives in his own little world, and Jane is biased. So I guess no one will really know the answer to this one.
Well, okay, if I'm biased, what are you?
Unbiased.
Sticks
I'm
off
the
rubber
only
and
rational
does the
person
glue.
here. Stick of rubber, stick of glue. I am biased,
Stick
so
of
are
rubber,
you.
stick of glue!
Get out of here,
Proverb.
Gruntilda! I'm trying to win an argument!
It's not a proverb. What's a proverb?
That's a proverb, yeah.
Yeah. I got a hypothetical for you guys. I was talking about this with some friends. You are given $50 million, but in 5 years to make a video game
Right.
that is that is not profitable, not productive. That's profitable.
Okay.
And it also needs to have 100,000 downloads on either Steam or PlayStation or Xbox or all three combined or whatever, and positive reviews.
Okay.
If you are unable to do so, so if you do so, you get to keep whatever's left after $50 million.
Whatever's left.
Yeah. If you are unable to do so, you die. And if you personally work on it, every minute you spend working on the game, you have to like charge yourself / the game's budget, your normal, like whatever you get on average for work, and that includes mandatory overtime, 2.5.
So you do have to pay yourself, basically.
You have to pay yourself basically.
Okay.
But the rest of the money is also like free for you to use. Like so like if you were like fuck it, I'm not making a game. I'm just going to like eat.
You could be like the devs of Ant Simulator and
literally,
blow all of your
yeah.
Kickstarter money on cocaine.
Except they'll kill you.
I mean, they will kill you.
Yeah,
but
but
They'll kill you
if
after
that's the
5
choice
years.
you make, then that's the choice you make,
I
right?
think they
Yeah,
killed the devs of Ant Simulator too, though, right?
Well, they killed ants.
Well, the ants died.
That's no one's sad. What do you mean they killed ants?
You
What do you
didn't
mean?
care
Real
when a
ants
human
die
died.
for the making of Ant Simulator?
How long do ants live?
You have to study ants to figure out how they work for a simulator.
Why do I feel like ants could live like 3 years?
Why do you feel like that? That's a good question.
Some ants can live 3 years.
I love discussing real world topics with you, Sanity, because sometimes you'll pull out an opinion that's like tangentially based on real world knowledge,
Holy
but
fuck!
so upside down world
I was
that
literally
you say it
right.
with such confidence.
I was literally right.
Yeah.
Ants can live. I said up to 3 years. Ants live on average 1 to 2 years, up to 3 years, and then queens live up to 28 years.
See?
So that's crazy how right I was.
So, like, okay, with your video game question, are we supposed to make, like, a pitch or just explain the completed game?
No, the question is, do you take the deal?
Oh, do I
Do you
take
take
the...
the?
Well, yeah,
Yes,
of course I take the deal.
Yeah, I would ditch my day job.
Yeah,
to
if
make a
if
video
the
game.
option was, hey, could you risk everything with a lot of money to make a game design that you believe in, you know, throw your whole ass into it, and if it fails, if you fuck up badly, you die, then there's no consequences because I won't live to see the consequences. They can't dunk on me on Twitter if I'm dead.
Well, that's the thing. It takes 5 years, and it has to be profitable at the end of 5 years.
Yeah.
So if you publish
So I
it,
will
like-
know way in
It
advance.
has to be profitable at the end of 5. Bro, I
Yes.
can release it in early access and rake in cash before it's even done.
You
Literally.
could, but you need to have positive Steam reviews.
I could pull a No Man's Sky. I could release a bad product at first and then slowly improve it so that it gets positive clout.
But that's assuming that your thing comes out, it gets word of mouth, and then you're still going to get 100,000 downloads over the course of time.
A lot of this is assuming a lot of things happen. Why don't I just play it like that anyway? Like, if I don't do well at my real life job, I also don't get to live anymore. Like, the
But
stakes are not high enough.
But you're not getting $50 million at your real life job. You didn't listen to
Exactly,
everything. You
so
don't
why
have-
So,
would I not do
so
this?
literally, it's
You
just a
squeeze
good
the pot
deal.
too much.
You don't have to make a video game in your real life game either.
But
So
I
it's
want to.
different.
But I
want
want to make a
to.
video game.
Well, why,
Oh.
why aren't you making? Well, you can make a video game now. Then you don't even need $50 million.
What?
But I have a job!
I have a job that takes up the time I could be using to make a video game. Do you see?
But if the video game is profitable and you can get 100,000 downloads, that's probably more than what you make at your job.
Yeah.
Again, you've made the video game path too enticing. That's what we're saying. The video game making path is too good of a deal.
don't
Literally,
think- I don't think
Sanity.
I would
Even
do
if
it.
you fail,
Sanity.
you die. Like,
I don't
we
think I
have...
would do it.
Listen to me. No, listen to me. If this is your backdoor pitch to saying I've secured an investor for $50,000, we agree, okay?
Yeah, we'll do it.
We say yes.
We can all
I've-
move in, and that's enough, like, money for... That's more than I make in a year.
I could
$50
do all the
million is more than you
3D.
make in a
Sanity
year,
would do
really?
the coding, and
What do
Candy
you
would.
mean, really? Are you judging me for how much I make now? What the
Yeah,
fuck is
man.
wrong with you?
You apparently make $49.5 million a year as it stands. So
Million? You said 1,000.
I did not say thousand. I said million. It is $50
Wait,
million.
sorry.
You
I-
did not say million. You said 1,000.
I was. Hold
I
on.
said
Hold on.
million.
I was answering this question based on the thought that it was like 1,000. If it's million, it's not even a debate.
That's not even a choice.
It's
yeah.
literally not even a
because
debate.
Then the more money you spend, then the more money you have to make back on it.
Yeah, because that's how
Yeah.
making a game works.
That's how, like, any studio works. If you put $50 million into a movie, you can expect, like, $300 million back at least.
If you're a studio, though, you're not. You're an indie.
But if I
Like,
have $50 million, I can just make a studio.
Literally.
That is
If you
burnable
have
money.
$50
you don't
million
have- You don't have any experience running a game studio or
I can hire
interviewing.
people that do. I can fucking buy Obsidian.
But if you buy Obsidian for however much money, then the game they produce, it has to make the amount of money you put into buying Obsidian plus the thing of the game and make over that. So Obsidian makes a $3 million game
feasible,
and you bought Obsidian for $20 million, that game needs to make $26 million. It's only,
Okay,
it's only
like,
one
here's-
game.
I'm
Here's the
hearing
thing.
the challenge is we have to invest money and make a profit from investing that money. Oh,
No.
and by the way, you start with a lot of money.
I'm saying
Yeah,
the opposite.
literally. Sanity,
saying the
you are
opposite.
you are thinking of this like, oh, you gotta buy all these things. Do you know how much fucking money video game companies waste on their CEOs? We don't have to overpay ourselves.
The whole thing. We can live in poverty and make $3 trillion.
Right,
literally.
Listen to me though, because there's two different things here that people are kind of goofing off on that people forget very frequently.
Right.
There's two different ways to do this. One is you're gonna buy a game studio. Buy the studio. You own the studio. If that's the case, buy a studio for $30 million or whatever. You're only allowed to be profitable off of one game, and that $30 million goes into the quote-unquote budget of whatever game is produced. Which means now you have whatever's left over to create a game that needs to make $30 million plus the initial thing.
You keep explaining the same math problem.
Right. The alternative is you go to like an established game studio and you say, hey guys, I'm gonna finance your next game. Here's $3 million, make me a game that costs $3 million, and then you just hope it makes back more than $3 million. The problem with this is that doesn't fucking happen. If you went to Riot Games Studios and you were like, hey, I'm a independently wealthy person, I don't have any skills in the game industry, but here's $20 million, make me a game and I'll buy it off of you, they're gonna say no. That's not a thing that we're gonna do because that's insane.
Okay, but that's one option out of like multiple. I wouldn't do the whole like go buy a game studio thing. I would just use that like $50 million to just make an indie game studio, you know? Fuck other people. I'm just gonna get coders.
Well, what do you know about making and running and developing an indie game
Then
studio?
what's the point of the question?
Hire people.
What if you
fuck up? We don't have to do everything independently. We have money. I would pull a Double Fine. I would make Psychonauts 1, which they made with 5 guys and like 30 square acres of a studio, right? They made so much fucking money off that game. They guaranteed Double Fine is a big studio now.
No, I mean 30 square acres of a studio is a huge location for a studio.
Whatever,
5 guys.
Man. You get what I mean. For an office space, it's not.
Each of them could graze on 6 square acres.
Whatever, man.
The game.
I meant feet. I said acres, I meant feet.
Okay.
Anyway, they made a lot of money off of Psychonauts 1, and they did that with fucking... You've taken the wind out of my sails.
Well, I agree. I hear what you're saying. You're saying
Psychonauts 2 was a gigantic hit, and they made all the money back.
The thing is, for every Psychonauts there's 90 games that fucking suck that everyone put their heart and soul and energy and everything into, made by like 5 to 10 people.
Like, okay,
and
I
put $1 million in, and it made $7.
Stupid.
Yeah,
I'm
literally.
Smart and funny.
Dude.
Like,
but you're not a developer.
No.
I would just find one of those guys and
you
make
just
him
buy developers with your $50 million.
If I walked up to a developer and was like, hey, you don't have to work crunch for this game. Here's our deadline. They would get on their knees and bow.
Right, but what if they still suck at, what if they make a shit game?
Well, just choose a good developer. That's part of the challenge. This is
interviewing developers.
Why are you judging our answer, which was yes?
What would your answer be, Sanity?
No.
Stupid answer.
Really? You don't think you could do it?
My answer would be, if I were to do it, here's how I would do it. I probably wouldn't hire almost anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do it personally, because I know some stuff about coding, but even if you don't, you have 5 years. That's a long fucking time.
Literally,
I would spend the first...
really not.
I would spend the first year not writing a single line of code and just learning every possible thing I could about game dev. And then year 2, I'm going to get myself and whatever friends I still have after abandoning everything to learn game dev for a year. And I'm going to tell my friends, like, I will pay you almost nothing now, but in 5 years, each of you gets like $3 million or $10 million or something. But as a part-time job, work on this. And then we're slowly going to iterate through stuff. It's going to be shit. That's to year 2 and 3. Year 4, we have something okay. They come on full-time, we release it, and I try to keep the overall budget under like $150,000 to $200,000. And then I think if I can get enough, if I can get XQC to play it, if I can get the biggest streamer who I hate personally, I'm sure it will get enough clout to get the downloads. And the Steam reviews isn't that big a problem. It's the profitability that's like the big kicker in my mind. Because you can either go crazy big or go crazy small.
Quick question. Does it have to be one game or can I make 2?
Only one.
Okay.
And so you can make other games too, but like, or whatever, and like pay things or whatever, make stuff. But like, for the thing, you have to declare, like, this is the game that I'm going to submit at the end of the 5 years before it's even submitted to the public.
I would just make Halo 2, and I would get all of the money back. It would be super easy.
But then you're going to get sued, and that goes into your budget.
Oh my god, no it wouldn't. I would win the lawsuit with all my money.
Microsoft owns Halo and 2. They would sue you and say, don't make Halo 2, we already own that.
It wouldn't work. I have $50 million.
But you have to spend $50 million on making, you have to make like $60
Where
million.
Where are you?
Then. Skittle says Sanity ignores labor laws. Brave Sharktivist says Sanity pays an exposure. Sanity starts a pyramid scheme. Sanity burns bridges.
Yeah, this is a bad idea, Sanity. Like you've made a lot of assumptions.
I'm literally paying my friends to work part-time on a passion project.
How game design works. Like you're making a lot of assumptions on things you could just figure out.
And you were supposed to save me.
You can't just GitHub like actual components of understanding how video game works like you can code.
You said they would barely get paid at first. They are getting paid, and I told them it was a side project. It was like an hour or two a week.
You did also say barely get paid at first. That is like exactly what you said. I also did say
they're gonna get only, and again, I'm not forcing anyone to do this. It's only the real friends I have left that are willing to work for pennies.
Wait, didn't you just describe a pyramid scheme though?
This is a pyramid. I'm not doing this.
What the fuck? This is nowhere near a pyramid.
It's literally how a pyramid scheme is paid.
There's one level to this pyramid. It's a line scheme. I'm hiring.
Okay, so it's a sanity scheme then.
They're not going down to hire other people to give back lines of code? What is the equivalent of the pyramid scheme here?
Because it's an illegal isosceles, okay? It's not a pyramid, but it's not stable.
It's a straight line that's horizontal. There's a bump in the middle where I live.
No, it's you and there's 3 lines under you.
A 2-level pyramid is still a pyramid. That makes it a pyramid scheme.
I'm also working. I'm also the pyramid. It's
Everybody in the pyramid scheme is also in the pyramid scheme.
But in a pyramid scheme, in like a normal pyramid scheme where you have like a cult leader or a rich person, they're not next to the pyramid. They're at the top. They're like, part of the pyramid.
But that's why I'm saying I'm not the cult leader or rich person. I'm also.
When did it become a cult? Nobody said that.
James literally just said that. That was the last word that she said.
I didn't hear that.
Back me up, James.
I didn't
you never
say that.
said that.
I didn't say that. Literally didn't say that.
You're making this up, Sanity.
You're making that up.
Insane.
You're making this up to make our game dev idea sound bad.
I'm doing all of this, by the way. I am doing the majority of the work for the first 2 years. I am subcontracting them on weekends and evenings if they want to.
Your ideas are worse than ours, which is insane because we're just throwing money at things until it works.
Okay, Adast Rabbit says, yeah, Ponzi scheme, that's what I don't think a Ponzi scheme is where you make your friends work on weekends.
That is, no, that's not the part of the, that's not the Ponzi scheme part. The Ponzi scheme part is you telling us, your friends, hey, I'm gonna underpay you now, but you'll get $30 million if this goes good. Because remember, Sanity, in this scenario, if your game doesn't make a profit, then you die.
But I still have the money.
You die, and we don't get the $30 million.
Yes, you do. I literally. Fucking someone just asked, why is Sanity being so friendly at $50 million? What? So that if I die, all the money goes to the people I promised the money.
Why would you do that if you're gonna die?
This is a suicide scheme.
I'm not trying.
You want to blow up and give money to everybody else? You don't even want to try.
But now you guys don't want to work for me, and I'm going to die because of you. And you're still getting money.
So your end game in the hypothetical is not to succeed in either path. You just want to give money to other people. You can just do that.
Which is why you're going to abandon me, and I'm going to die, and you're going to get like $20 million.
Why do you need a hypothetical to give money to your loved ones, bro? You can do that right.
If you have $50 million,
not making enough money in a year.
Listen to me. If you have $50 million right now, you need to start sharing. Guys,
I think that they would kill you if you asked them to do that and then take the money in the will. Why? I thought I had good friends. They won't help me on my passion projects, and they want me to die.
I would help you.
If you walked up to me and you were like, yo, I'll pay you $5 a day to work on this thing for me. Give me an hour of every day, and like in 5 years, you might get $10 million if I'm alive.
Not legal. Also, it's not.
Okay, listen.
First of all, I can't do that.
I would still agree.
It's not even if I'm still alive.
James.
It is explicitly if I die, probably.
So I wouldn't get money back if you were alive. You're saying you won't pay me if you live?
I'm already paying you. And if it's successful, I have extra money coming in.
I'm not giving you an hour of my life every day for
Why do you want to
$5
give
an
me
hour.
that? Who said that?
This is your hypothetical. What do you mean who said that? You said you would pay nothing.
You did say that.
No,
You
I
did
said
say
I
an
would
hour.
Put a number out
pay-
there to give quantity
I said I
to
would
it.
pay next to nothing to
Okay,
those
5 is
who
next to
wanted
nothing
to
per
work
hour.
on evenings and to weekends. What is next to nothing? At least legally minimum wage.
Have you ever considered running for president of OceanGate?
We are looking for people who will support our work. You know what? We're not even a business. We're more like a family. None of us
no.
even care about the money. We will pay you 17 cents an hour, but you know what? There's free pizza on Friday.
Hot sauce bear, why not just pay a decent amount? Because I'm trying to keep the budget of the game. Because any dollar I spend on other people or myself goes towards the budget of the game.
Like,
So
I
if
don't.
if the game becomes a bad game, then I'm possibly able to make my money back and survive.
You have
If I
$50 million. Just make a good game.
But every dollar I spend on myself and others is an extra dollar I have to make back, which is why I'm not asking for a time investment for anyone.
Okay.
Just
This game would be so
assume
dog
you're-
shit, I
Your
can
math
personally
is-
make a good game.
Your math is flawed here because, like, you're talking about a percentage. If you spend a percentage of this amount, you're gonna have to pay double, or you're gonna have to make double whatever you spend. But the double is gonna be the same no matter how much money you spend. The multiplier doesn't increase. If you spend 50K, you're gonna have to owe 100. If you spend 300K, you're gonna have to owe 600K. Like, the risk does not increase the more money you spend.
It does, because I have to get to 100,000.
No, the risk
You are
decreases
not
if you
listening to
pay
me. You're
people
yelling
more.
and being angry at me. You need to be nice to me
I'm
and think that
explaining
I'm
to
right.
you in simple terms why you don't make sense.
I have to make at least 100,000 downloads off this game, regardless if it's free or costs any money. But it's 100,000 downloads is what I'm shooting for. So if the game costs $1 and I have 100,000 downloads of that game, because that is the minimum requirement that I need to start angling and hitting, it will be easier to make my money back if the game costs 90 grand to produce than if it costs $20 million. If it costs $20 million and I'm putting so much money into this, I'm gonna have to market it a lot more, and that's also additional expenses. I'm gonna have to hire people who know what they're doing. I'm gonna have to get other things happening. I need probably an HR department. I need a first aid kit. I'm gonna need sandwiches on Fridays. I need so many new things I can't afford. Just make a gotcha
You
game.
can't! You have $50 million!
Personally, listen. My $50 million, regardless if I die or not, is going to go to like all my
100,000
friends.
downloads without spending a lot of money, why wouldn't you put your whole pussy into it?
You can't do mobile games. It has to be Steam,
That's fine.
PS4.
That's fine.
Okay,
PS
if it
or
has
Xbox.
to be Steam, then you need to find legal counsel as well to comply with their codes of service, as well as figuring out ESRB ratings.
By the
Yes,
end
you
of
do.
it-
Do either of those things.
Yes, you do. You do.
No, no, you don't.
Yes, you do.
It's literally boilerplate. Their thing. There's like 7 different videos online. People just go through it. Lawyers. It's extremely like boilerplate. The entire thing you have to do is not intentionally make
Moves the
malware.
goalpost.
Every time.
Not only that.
Not
if,
only is he moving the goalpost.
I'm moving the goalpost. I'm also making a new gotcha game.
I'm also
What was I talking
nitpicking and
about?
biased.
So it's you. What was the other thing you mentioned? You mentioned the legal boilerplate and one of the.
Yeah, like you can't get to 100,000 downloads without somebody doing something that would need you to have like a terms of service.
The terms of service is just a generic URL. That's also provided by Steam, unless you want to customize it. But those are also made to protect the company from if the company is trying to market data and do other things, and I'm not doing that. The game is going to cost $1, and I'm trying to sell 100,000 of them, and I'll have a button on there where you can buy a cosmetic that costs $101,000. So that way, if someone wants to be nice and not kill me, they can just click that button and then I live. The game is just a picture of my face and I'm crying. That's it.
That's not a very good
Wait
game
a second,
is
you're
the problem.
You're forgetting about one of your own stipulations. It has to have positive Steam reviews.
Yeah.
That wouldn't get positive Steam reviews.
No, of course it would.
Maybe it would, though.
It would.
I love how your argument this time is just,
otherwise I would die.
It has to. That doesn't mean it will.
If Toby Fox had 50 mil, he would have been Undertale 4. I'm not Toby Fox. I'm not Toby Fox. I'm nowhere near him.
Okay, but maybe
We
Candy
can totally
is.
pay Toby Fox. We could just absorb Deltarune into our studio. and make
Literally.
bank.
but then you have to pay for the rights of everything else. It
No,
adds
oh my
additional
god.
cost.
I'm not paying for the rights of fucking Deltarune. We're just renaming Sans to Douglas. Who cares?
We could just make a publishing
Who
company.
cares? Hot Topic or whoever owns Deltarune now is gonna kill you.
They're not
Topic
gonna
does not
kill
own
me
Deltarune.
before the witch's spell does.
It's a devil.
Dude, Gruntilda's a gamer, and she's cooking up some wild shit.
Yeah, I just paid Toby Fox 50 mil, but then I have no money. I'm going to die if
but
Toby Fox doesn't make
has money.
$51
I
million.
trust him.
Fox Valentine tips $3 and says Eagle One sitting in orbit, forced to listen to comms, increasingly choosing to ignore where they ask the next airstrike to go and just giving it to them directly.
We do sound like three guys in the trenches absolutely hating our service.
Okay, Ludwig, so say you had 50 million pence.
Why are you?
Who are you?
Are you a Victorian
I'm in the
child?
trenches!
There were
You were the
Victorian
trenches?
chimney
I'm
sweepers
in the trenches!
Why does going in the trenches turn you British?
Because it's the
Why is
character.
Ludwig in the trenches?
The last people to
Von
fight in...
Beethoven?
No,
the last
the
people to
streamer.
fight in the trenches were like the British versus the Soviets, I think, right?
The last people?
Versus the Soviets?
There are people literally in trenches in war today.
They still have trenches?
They still got trenches. It's really efficient.
Huh. I actually genuinely didn't know trenches were good.
Talking about?
Yeah, they're still using them. Did you know that during World War II, Germany at one point was like, you guys need to stop using shotguns. It's not fair. Because they didn't just like
You guys
discover
are
that
cheating.
shotguns
You guys are spawn camping.
Literally, they sent a message to like the Americans and British, and they're like, "You guys need to stop fucking using shotguns." And they're like, "We're not doing that." And then the Germans just didn't use shotguns for like 6 months, and then eventually they're like, "Fine, I guess we'll use shotguns now." That World War One. That might have been World War One. Yeah.
I'm gonna dig a big trench around James' house and fill it with punji sticks and just see what happens.
Don't fucking do that. I'll fall in. Stop. Cut that out.
Trenches are still used for lack of a better option. Well, that's like, literally, it's a meme, but just having the high ground in almost any situation, period, is just so advantageous.
I love
Like-
this message that this user chose to highlight in chat. Candy, that's a moat. You know that moats have water in them, right?
And alligators.
I love that it's in all caps too, like it's urgent. Like, no, Candy, that's a moat! They can escape moats!
We
It
should
sounded like you were
disable
gonna get
highlight
canceled for
message.
referencing moats again.
The alligator SJWs have thoroughly canceled my ass.
Oh, we can make a joke. Lizard, gay, LGBT, come on.
I would stop. I would stop if I were you.
The witch
Bayou,
just tipped $2. The witch tips $2 and says, "Gonna curse Sanity instead, I think." Nah.
What?
Didn't rhyme.
Can you... That didn't rhyme, and you sang at me. Also, instead of who?
I don't know. There was
There's
someone
a lot
else.
of things this witch has not clued us in on. I think this is a bootleg witch.
Do you think the witch and Eagle One know each other?
Oh, is Eagle One like the Skyhawk?
Yeah, the Skyhawk of this game. Fuck! Sanity, get in here. There's a fucking bug.
Oh, I'm literally like
What are
halfway
those,
done with my
buddy?
soup.
What?
If-
With your soup,
guys-
how's
you
the
guys keep-
download?
You guys, whatever. You guys keep making me defend myself, and I need to put down my soup and try to think up a new way to give my rational argument that might convince you.
You had a
way.
bad argument. You had a bad opinion.
My argument was solid to begin with and remained easier to understand.
You didn't have an argument to begin with. You had a hypothetical.
Stop drawing penises in my cat.
But then they leaped on me with their wicked
shovels,
claws
Jane.
and
Oh, those are
incisors.
shovels.
Don't tell chat not to post dicks when they're not posting dicks.
I'm sorry, chat. My bad. I'm listening and learning. Okay? I'm listening and learning.
She'll blame
Heateg24 says in all
not.
caps, it's shovels, period, space, pervert.
Sorry for being a shovels pervert.
Neckbone says stop giving Sanity seasonings after dark.
This is why he cooks piles and mold rice. He can't handle real
I-
food.
Oh my
Listen.
god, I came home and I thought my entire fucking house was full of mold today.
What?
Yeah.
Sorry, you found out
Anyway.
your entire house is full
Well,
of
I
mold?
thought,
We were right.
I thought.
Oh my
Oh.
god, dude.
Thought.
I was so excited.
There was, because one of the things was like, if the room smells like musty, like old socks, then you might have mold in your house. And I'm like, oh no. Oh, I walked right next to my laundry that had a whole bunch of old socks on it. And then I walked around it, and I was like, oh, this smells fine. And then I went back into my bathroom, and I moved everything around, and I'm like, nope, still no mold. I'm all good.
How do you have, like, a stinky area of your house? Mine doesn't have that. How do you have a stinky zone?
Well, I'm doing laundry after the stream. I left this morning at like 8 a.m. and I got home at 7:30 and I got my 2 big bowls of soup after showering and then I walked upstairs with them and I was like, oh fuck. My soup I haven't eaten
Oh fuck,
yet.
I have 2 big bowls of soup.
You should probably stop making your room so humid. Everyone fucking forgot. My room is humid during winter when I need humidity. My room peaks at 75% humidity. My room maintains at like 35 to 40.
You don't let your room get cold enough to kill mold. Mold can still happen even if it's winter. Nobody argued that because it's dumb.
The reason why I'm getting humid in the winter is because when winter strikes, your room gets dry because the water isn't in your room that much.
I mean, winter doesn't really strike, though. You know when it's happening.
Well, it creeps. It's a creeping strike, I'll give you that, but it's still a thing that happens.
'Cause I'm a winter.
What?
A weirdo.
I don't like Nirvana at all because there's a song called Courtney Did It that made by people who I don't really like the band. And Spotify assumes every single week after I click the like block band and song that it just constantly is like, well, not this one though, right? You want to hear this one again?
There's gotta be. You're gonna love one of these. We know it.
But it's only the same. They've actually made like 1 or 2 other songs that are fine. It's only that song they just like always play. Oh my god. Awesome, not Nirvana. Who made Creep? Was it Foo Fighters?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Foo Fighters.
Radiohead.
Oh, it was Radiohead. I've never heard a Radiohead song.
Oh, I was wrong. Sorry.
Yeah, Radiohead.
Sorry to the Foo Fighters.
Is that Tom Thorpe or whatever?
Tom Foo.
Is that Tom Foo? Is that Tom Foo from the Radioheads?
He wanted to fight his family, so he fought the Foo family. His.
Now, okay, what if instead of a game you have to make, it's a single song, and it has to make $50 million, and you have 1 month.
$50 million? Jesus
And
Christ!
you have to pay $30,000 to get the opportunity. Do you do it?
What? So you have $20,000. You don't even have $50,000.
No, you have to pay $30,000.
You have to make 50 million. You have 30,000.
And you have 1 month to do it. Do you do it so that
1
the grind?
month?
You do it just so, but the grind, like like that's sort of like a kick in the pants.
Grind?
What do you mean the grind?
I mean, have you not seen those like posts that are like okay, would you rather have $1 million now or like a dinner with the fanciest people in the world?
All
And
of
it's
those
like,
are stupid because it's like, oh, would you rather have $1 million or dinner with Elon Musk? He's
Well,
gonna tell me
those
to
ones
eat
are stupid.
ketamine.
But like the ones that I've seen was like, I would choose the dinner and then go and hurt all of them just to make it even harder on my life. Just because I need the motivation to grind even harder. That way I'll know I have nothing but enemies.
I would choose the dinner and then hurt all of them.
Jeff the killer ass response. I would pick the dinner where everyone dies.
That's just the plot of the menu.
The venue?
I keep wanting to be angry at you, but you don't have ears, unfortunately. You just have
Couldn't
two
hear
Yoda
how
holes.
bad you would hurt them.
Yeah.
You could get a dinner with me. I survived a bug.
The menu is okay. The menu is not great.
Oh, the menu.
The
The menu of what? Oh, is this
The
a
menu
movie?
it's a movie with Nick Holt, who was Beast guy in X-Men, Big Blue
Oh,
Beast
okay.
boy. What was his name?
Blue Douglas.
No, not Cyclops.
Not
It was-
Cyclops.
I believe Blue Douglas was his name the whole time, even.
I like you that you keep saying Douglas.
It's a Douglas type stream. A
You guys
dinner
know
with
Douglas?
James 7T or 15 prime Beatles? Chat, I'd take the Beatles.
I would take the Beatles and piss them all off to make me grind harder. I go to like
and
this.
I'd grind them into paste.
I go to the supermarket and I'm just swarmed by really angry beetles and I haven't slept in 6 months. And I'm like, you don't get it. It makes me stronger. To everyone I see.
You wouldn't understand what I'm able to do because of the beetles.
Restructivist says something that like I think references one post that says, "Would you rather eat nuggets with the puppets or get a penny that doubles in size each day?"
What the fuck?
I don't know. I don't know if that was a post or just something that happened in one of your like Discord calls. The thing of like a penny that doubles in size each day.
In size?
And the best part is that it's not like doubles in size for the next like week. It just continuously doubles in size.
Who are the
And
puppets?
everyone's like, well, I think I'd rather get the penny that doubles in size because we're all gonna die in like a month.
Who the fuck are the puppets?
Have you seen Avenue Q?
What kind of nuggets?
I still don't understand the puppets. I'm really scared.
I think the penny that doubles in size was a thing you or CT made up during a stream?
Definitely not.
Definitely not me. I don't
It
think I did
has to
it.
be a sanityism then.
It has
There's
to be
no
if that's
shot.
true.
It
yeah.
has to be.
Oh,
This is
I
like
will
you.
say-
This is like what is it? Tortellini or the Hell Dimension? One of them's got to go.
My favorite joke of all time, we're playing Rain Worlds, Jave and I, and it's like what felt like 12 hours into a 3-hour-long Rain World stream. And we're both like stressed. I'm playing on like 800 ping because of the way Rain World works over, like, I'm bad at platformers and I'm playing on my keyboard.
Lizards
and
are
we're just,
killing
like,
us.
We've died like 30 times in a row. We have no food, and it's like silent for a moment, and I'm like, James, garlic bread or the hell dimension?
One
You're
of them's gotta go.
And then James goes, it's like, what? And I go, one of them's gotta go. I don't even know if that clip exists, but I fucking love that so much. It was such a nothing bit, but I was losing it.
That clip has to exist. It's real. God, who remembers that fucking Bigfoot stream? Right? The moment I'm done making my secret project, I'm getting back to editing that VOD, because that stream was so fucking good.
Was that one stream?
That was one long, miserable event where we hunted for Bigfoot and finally fucking found him.
If you put a gun to my head, I would have said that was 2 or 3 streams.
That,
I remember
yeah.
like 2 like it's very clean breaking points.
That was one Martian hour.
I'm glad that you're editing that VOD down, because I'm positive there's probably 90 minutes where not a single word was spoken.
There's gotta be. It's beautiful. It's genuinely a stunning piece of art of our generation.
At one point I died from Bigfoot and James was just carrying my corpse around and the resurrection thing just wasn't working. So I'm just like, the entirety of the video is just like me looking at James from behind while they're like circling the map for nothing. I'm still fucking like chasing the high of Bigfoot. By that I mean, there's no other games. If you can find a Bigfoot game, please send it to me.
Please, God, tell us. We will hunt down more creatures. Literally, when I was in Point Pleasant, there was this little adorable fucking like it's like this, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a tiny Bigfoot campsite set. It's just like a clear box with like camping material and like a tiny plastic figurine of Bigfoot hidden in the back.
What the fuck?
And I got Dakota to buy it for me because I was so enamored with it.
It's so silly. Point unpleasant, so true.
Huh. Point scary, what about?
Oh, there was something else I had as like a hypothetical, but I've entirely forgotten it.
I like how you were like, cause Sanity messaged me earlier today with like a bit of a heads up, like, hey, warning, I will be talking on your stream tonight. And Sanity says like, if we need something to talk about, I've got this hypothetical. You unleashed that fucking game dev thing within the first like 5 minutes of being done with your soup. Not even done. You arrived back with your soup and immediately unleashed.
You brought up the hypothetical knowing it would be contentious, and then complained that you weren't able to talk.
I wasn't able to talk because someone else was, but I won't make comments as to it.
If we weren't talking, then you would have to talk to fill the air. We were talking plenty. You could have eaten your soup.
I just ate 2 more bites. No one even noticed. That was supposed to be a backup
told us.
topic. You know what they say? Plan A is only as good as your plan B.
What's your plan B?
It was talking about the hypothetical.
Oh.
Sanity's plan B is to pay 3 people under him like 2 cents an hour to make him a gorgeous game that will never be downloaded.
I'm saying, like, if you have that $50 million, Meat Planet Games can be real. Don't hold out on us.
Apparently not, because not only will you guys not work on the project, you're going to kill me.
I didn't say that. Candy said that. Fire Candy, hire me.
Why? What the fuck? Where am I?
This is how you get ahead in life. Get out of here.
Why am I in the arena?
You're circled with beetles.
No! I didn't ask for this view! I had to grind for this!
The prime
Human person
Beatles
lad
will
earlier-
see you now.
Earlier said with all this that, like, they think that I think that it's like an exponentially harder thing. Every dollar you spend, you have to like earn like $2, $4, $8, $16 back at the more and more you spend. I just think it's easier for a game to be really bad if there's a lot of money on it.
Okay. You could have said that instead of trying to convince everybody that you could make a game out of a paper clip and a piece of paper.
That was implied. Not true, it was implied.
I still genuinely think if we had $50 million, game of the century coming from us 3, we might yell and scream and one of us will die, not necessarily the one cursed by the witch, but we would make Minecraft 3.
I don't know if that's...
You just want to make Hypixel.
You're thinking
You
of
wanna make
Hytale.
Hytale.
You're thinking of Hytale, which is Minecraft 2.
it a
I'm talking about Jamie's game, which is Minecraft 3. It's different.
T-A-L-E, gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I said.
T-A-I-L.
No, I said is it
talking
a
to
furry
Sandy.
thing? Is it a furry thing?
Oh, is it a furry thing?
No, it's not apparently.
That would
One
be
of
easy
my-
downloads, though.
One of my other friends was like, "Oh, I'll just make a furry game," and I'm like,
Just.
I was like, "That's not like an easier thing to do." Also, you're gonna have to pay like a whole bunch of artists to make a whole bunch of art. They were like, "I'll make like a furry visual novel. It'll cost like $2,000." And I'm like, "That's not how.
How are you gonna
not how
make?
any of this works."
How
Nobody
is
will
that
play
gonna make its
Well,
money back? Like,
not only
unless
that,
you
I'm
spent
like-
all the money on misleading marketing, and then your Steam reviews are fucked.
Well, I'm like, not only that, you realize you have to make like a compelling story if it's a very like if it's a visual novel, right? Like, are you
Yeah.
good enough at writing to make a story
Yeah.
people are going to want to read?
Everyone underestimates visual novels. I'm not even shitting on them right now. I just genuinely don't think that a furry visual novel is the game that this hypothetical is looking for as the answer. I don't think that would work in this instance. In other instances, yes.
I think like a new Super Hot or like a new Undertale made by like 5 people in a garage.
Like Undertale, but as an FPS is what I would do.
Undertale FPS.
Like literally, I wanna see more. I wanna see a Fallout New Vegas made by an indie team. I wanna see a game that like looks a little bit shit, is jank around the edges. Don't crush me, please don't squish me. Not you, chat. God damn it, chat. Why didn't you save me? Sanity, why didn't you save me? Candy, where are you?
I'm still on the soup.
I'm working on the game. He's gonna pay me $3 an hour. That's a good deal.
Not because you're gonna kill me.
No.
Do you think minimum wage is $3 an hour?
Wait, when did I say that I thought that's what minimum wage was?
After I
'Cause you
said
never
I'm-
said minimum wage.
Oh, I said it no less than 6 times. Let the
No,
record
you
show.
didn't. Your pitch was you would pay them as little as possible.
I exclaimed minimum wage on multiple instances.
Sanity.
Minimum
did
wage with
explain.
tips, I think? No, I never mentioned tips. I don't know how
No,
tips would
literally, no, yeah, he literally never mentioned tips, but that would be funny to gaslight him about, so continue. What?
I sucker people on with the thought that they're getting minimum wage, but also tips, and they just don't ask how they're getting tips or from who. Also, someone asked what soup I'm eating. The first one was a cream of mushroom soup with protein cauliflower-based kadavapi with some fresh parmesan. And this other one is just a humble chicken, not tortilla, what's the tortellini soup that I had a little bit of seasoning left to put on.
That's cool, man.
That does
I'm
sound
still on the
yummy.
tortilla soup, tortellini.
Your yummy tortilla soup. Yay.
My tortellini.
Okay, well, this loadout isn't working, chat. What should I change? saw someone using the sickle earlier.
That's the scythe, not the sickle.
Yeah, I also saw someone using the scythe. I can
One
see
of the
two things.
first when I was in like middle school and high school, I fell for rage bait a lot, and one of the not a lot.
You
I would
poor
say like maybe
hamster.
like once a month.
The enemy is attempting to seize one of our
Because I had a
plants.
whole bunch of people
We
and friends
must
that would
join
just
the
fuck with me
defense.
and just like annoy me. That was a thing. People,
just get you.
well, that's like just like a thing in like guy-based friend groups. Everyone's just like the herder who's just gonna
yeah.
like fuck
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
And I'm like, wouldn't it be nice if we were cool to each other? Wouldn't it be awesome if we could smile?
Wouldn't it be beautiful? Does anyone want to be beautiful?
But one of the ones was someone was telling me that like it was stupid that like medieval swordsmen didn't use scythes because they would have been way more efficient as weapons. And I was like, that's not that's not how that works. And they're like, yeah, it would. Why do you think Death uses a scythe? And I'm like, well, that's a character. And they wouldn't drop it. And I was like, they don't understand. And then eventually I was like, oh, they do understand. I'm being goofed on. And then I've never been angry since.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Oh, we have name ideas if we're making Undertale 3.
Yeah, please. read them out.
Unrelated, Nut Dealer, Neuter Lad, a Loot Nerd, Later Dune, Antler Dew, Elder Tuna, Alder Tune, Rent-a-Duel, and Unaltered.
Oh, they're all anagrams.
Rent-a-duel. I like Rent-a-duel.
Big
Rent-a-Duel
fan.
is literally just how Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links works.
Big fan of Neuter Lad.
Yeah, you would.
be.
What's that? I'm playing my game, and I'm waiting for you guys to get here.
No, you're not.
I'm What do you think I'm doing? Look
You're
at how
waiting in
empty
the-
my team is.
You're a Neuter Lad waiting in the Neuter Labs.
Nobody cares how bad you're losing at the game. People would care if you won.
People would care if you assisted me in this team-based game.
Unaltered is kind of empoisoned. So true.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
I like the concept that Bite of Soup is just the hidden dev, the only dev for
If you
Hell.
Bite of Soup, hey, listen, if you worked on Helldivers 2, you did a great job. I love this game so fucking much. If you're lying to me, I'm gonna be really mad.
It's so funny that James has made it a constant thing because they keep seeing the rage bait videos that are like Helldivers 2's done for.
They
That,
make
like-
me so mad.
That like you had the what was in the announcement? You were like, I'm playing the update, and it's not a bad game.
It's
Okay,
not.
it was-
Even
yeah.
before the update, it was still a good game. People gave it way too much shit. I mean it. We need to court-martial these people who were making videos on players are leaving in mass. Devs are ignoring balance changes. Like the new update I'm playing right now today, really good. Really awesome. It is a big balance update that fixes like both the problems that I had with the game and the problems that the most annoying people on the internet had with the game.
Yeah.
Found something.
That's the thing that like a whole bunch of people that are crazy into something, they don't realize that there are casuals, and that's probably the bulk of the player base.
Yeah.
It was a thing with like Overwatch where like people would see the like comps or whatever, and like be like, oh, it's all the same. The game's done for. Clearly, this is the strongest hero. But the only reason why they like that was like that was because they were good at talking to each other and like planning things. And all people on average would do that really played the game would just get really angry and start yelling and barking and snarling without context for anything.
I remember playing Overwatch and having so much fun rolling around as a hamster, and I never even touched competitive with an 80-foot pole.
I believe the average Overwatch player like hasn't played competitive in like 6 seasons or something. Like the average, like the person that puts the most time into Overwatch just plays casual with their with a 5 queue of their friends, just to like chill out like with game audio off. So like for those people, it also doesn't matter to them if D.Va gets an extra 5 damage on a melee punch. But when people are like, this hero is terrible for like the competitive scene, like it's so stupid that this hero is like so easy to play and you don't get anything out of them. Well, they're great for someone who's just like playing on a controller and not paying attention. There should be low skill heroes in any game.
Yeah. It's literally, it is important for like anybody to be able to like pick up a game and have fun and jump and clap, you know?
Right. And that's also why I don't like a whole bunch of the like Twitch shooters like Rainbow Six Siege and CS:GO/2 and Valorant.
Wasn't that Portal game trying to be a Twitch shooter as well? What was that
Oh,
called? Splitgate?
Splitgate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, but
they've already given up on the first one and are making a second one.
Really?
It's more that's more like Halo style time to kill, where like you have like a clip and a clip will kill someone. Whereas in all those other games, almost every gun's a one shot if you hit their head.
I am not a fan of like Call of Duty TTK. Too fast. Stop that.
See,
Put
Call
that
of Duty
away.
TTK is slow though.
Really? Oh, I don't like
compared
Call of
to
Duty.
CS:GO,
I think
yeah.
it's bad.
Well, that's also like I was a big Counter-Strike player and stuff. So that TTK was like the fact that if you just like stepped to the left, if you bumped your left finger on the A button, you were dead instantly because 5 people are watching the angle you were also watching, and the game is just about like sitting and waiting. Or if you're standing somewhere, you get flashbanged 45 times and 7 grenades fall on you, and then someone with a shotgun is shoved on top of someone else's head and then shunted across the entire room in a trick they called the whimsical Davenport. And you get fucked by your team and by everyone for not knowing the counter to the whimsical Davenport. It's
Like in a row or?
yeah, like it's basically like a big chain.
Oh,
It's like that one fucking post about like chess moves. It's like this fucking dumb shit has no idea I'm doing the double jerk off on him. He's so fucked, and the guy's like, I guess I'll move my queen here. That seems like a good play. Are you starting Counter-Strike or Rainbow Six Siege? Both of them. They're both very like angle holding, which I'm not a fan of. I also hate super long like respawn times in games. It's very annoying. I want to keep playing. I bought the game. Let me keep doing it, Chef.
put me in, coach.
Yeah.
Again.
Put me in, coach, is a sentiment I have with almost anything.
You just
Unless-
want to
unless
play.
it
You want to
matters.
just want to jump around and play and have fun.
Yeah. Isn't there a chess opening called like the weed shit? There's the bong cloud and the double bong cloud.
Why'd they name them stupid things?
The bong cloud opening was done by like basically like a chess master, like a very powerful chess player.
A wizard, a
And
chess wizard.
It's like one of the least optimal openings you can possibly do. It fucks up your positioning for your king and like opens you up to like 30 different like one turn kills, to use Yu-Gi-Oh terminology for it. And the double bong cloud was used if you do that and then your opponent does it as well. And then it was used in like by like some very good people at chess that are also kind of meme lords. That did it to like the game they were playing was called a rubber match, I believe. No, dead rubber is the phrase. It means that like no matter who won, it didn't affect any of the standings. So they just like shook hands and called a stalemate afterwards.
Hero.
I could have sworn I had one other thing of topic to talk about. Let me look at all of James' DMs.
Was it soup related?
No, it was something else, wasn't it?
No,
I
you
don't know.
you pretty much just mentioned that first thing. I think you mentioned that hypothetical with several dollars on the line.
I know, and there was another one too. Dead rubber is an expired condom. Yes, perhaps.
Ew.
Hello?
We can't know for sure.
Can I say yucky?
It's so funny that those things expire. It's the one thing they really shouldn't do.
Yeah. You'd really think that that wouldn't be possible, because, you know, it's not food.
It's also so funny that, like, you know how bottles of water expire? It's not the water, it's the bottle. The bottle
Right.
expires and leaches plastic into the water that you shouldn't drink. But then, like, I literally, I had a bottle of Fiji water in my car that I got from, like, like an interview or something I went to. And I was like, oh my god, this is expensive water. I'm gonna keep it in my car so people think I'm highfalutin. And I put it in the back
poisoning
seat.
you?
No, I think my dad was in my car at some point. He's like, you got a bottle of Fiji water back here. And I was like, yeah. He's like, oh, can I drink it? And I'm like, let me look. And I checked it and it expired in 2016.
Hi, sorry.
like-
You had a decorative bottle of water.
Yeah. Back seat. Front bottle of water, front bottle of water for the front seat is just a normal, like, reusable bottle of water.
Again, why do you have a decorative bottle of water?
Because where else would I put expensive water?
Does anybody else go in your car?
No.
Why do you need to show off
So
expensive water?
You put it there to make people think you're highfalutin.
Yes.
But people don't see your car.
But if they did, they would go inside my car and say, "Holy shit, that's expensive water. That's like a $4 bottle of water."
The water is what's going to get bitches and pussy.
No, I don't think if I was getting bitches and pushy from my car, they would be sitting in the back seat. They probably would be in the front seat where I am. To talk, to
So
chat.
would they see the Fiji?
No, it would be like if I had to.
So no one sees it.
Like if there was like a car accident. And
Except for your dad, and it was
a whole bunch of
inspired
people
when your dad
were on the
saw
side
it.
of the road, and I needed to get them to like the nearest truck stop to safety. They might see it then.
Right, and the people that
So you're hoping for a
were
car
in
accident.
danger are going to care about the Fiji in that instance.
No, I don't think so. They probably got bigger things to worry about. I'm just trying to think of instances where all seats in my car would be filled.
You're not even gonna, like, offer them any water that they can't have? It's an emergency.
Well, I have a giant. I keep like, you know, Deer Park or Polar Springs, whatever it is, like the big, like 24 pack of water. I keep that in my trunk.
Oh, so you keep that water for us poor people.
No, that's for that's the water that I drink if I need a bottle of water. I don't have my reusable bottle of water, and I also keep MREs back there in case.
I bet there's mold in it.
No, it's a plastic
Why do
bottle.
you hold on? You bring MREs with you.
Well, not like to work. I don't have to carry them. They're in my car. My car does the carry
That's
for me.
What
insane.
kind of situation do you think you're gonna get into where you need MREs?
There was one instance where I was somewhere at like 2 a.m. in the middle of nowhere and needed to get home, entirely sober, but was so hungry, and I was like, I've got like mints and like a protein bar in my car, but I really want like a proper meal. I'm willing to sit down for it.
Okay, I mean, I guess I'll go fuck myself. That is a valid reason to have a dinner. Fair
Well,
enough.
plus there's also like, what if something like big and scary happens? You got to get in your car and drive across the country.
Okay, admittedly, like, alien invasion or, like, demon attack are not good reasons to, like, be a doomsday prepper. Those aren't gonna happen.
Okay, it's not a doomsday prepper to buy a $10 meal on Amazon and put it in your trunk
Yes,
and
it
forget
is.
about it. Oh my god, that's probably also expired. I don't know how long those things
Yeah,
work
man,
for.
it makes more sense to get like shelf-stable snacks that would give you energy, like jerky
That would be-
or trail mix.
Sorry, did you say turkey?
I said jerky.
Okay, do you think there's not jerky and trail mix in an MRE?
There's nothing.
I think
It's air. They're feeding our soldiers plastic and air.
you open it and it's just 3 tiny bottles of Fiji water that have all expired.
A
You
moth
open it and
flies
a
out.
moth flies out.
It's the ghost of all the beetles you've crushed on your grind set.
No, the Prime Beetles! Does anyone else in that call drive or just Sanity? We all drive cars.
What's insane
I
is that
drive
James
well.
drives a car.
Why do people think this is weird?
You're
Because
twink.
you're you.
Twinks don't drive.
I feel like you would have like a 1986 car that doesn't start or work or have like moving windows or tires.
You think I would have a jalopy?
Have a
Your ass
jalopy.
would absolutely have a jalopy.
And like you also wouldn't know like how the jalopy, like there's a jalopy that like Matthew McConaughey drives and is like you gotta hit the thing and shift it around a little bit and then it goes faster. You would have a jalopy and you're just like it's not going.
It's not going, please, somebody help!
You would get out of it, kick the tire, and it would magically start up again.
Oh, I was gonna say it all falls apart. Matthew McConaughey would kick the tire and it would all start back up again. James, it would all fall apart and then Jim would have to like use toilet paper and screws to put it all back together.
I would have to Flintstones my car to work.
Yeah. When I was a child, I thought that's how normal cars worked, and I just couldn't see my parents' feet.
That explains a lot about you.
I was like, I probably could be really good at driving a car, but maybe the reason they don't let kids drive cars is because they're not strong enough or tall enough or something.
They just don't get it.
Yeah. Well, the kids didn't get it. Yeah.
I think James drives a Richard Scary Apple car. Okay.
True.
That would be fun.
Beep beep. You should. I could also see James driving a Volkswagen Beetle with like the eyelashes on it.
No, I would not drive one of those.
Maddie would, but it would also have like a chain gun in the front. Just inexplicably.
Never used, for sale, chain gun.
He would pull the trigger in it in an emergency situation, and the ejector seat would fire and blast him 300 feet in the air.
The MREs come out.
They all explode like grenades.
Objective complete.
He's VW technical.
Now what are these deliriously yummy little pink bitches?
Is that a question mark?
I think it is.
I think that might be the missing texture.
Oh yeah, it sure is.
That appears to
How'd
be
you
a
do
missing.
that, little buddy?
A little bit of a
missing texture
missing
you found.
dinner.
Ooh, I found protein peanut M&Ms today.
Did you buy them?
I did buy them.
You would.
Do you hear this bag? Do you hear this big old bag?
No.
Okay, so I've been eating a whole bunch of protein-based things from a company called Quest. And on
Not
Amazon, they were like you can buy them, but everything on Amazon comes in like a day or two. This one's like, yeah, it comes in 3 weeks. And I'm like, okay, well, it's not gonna arrive well then. Whatever, that's fine. I'll just try it. And I got it, and I got the package, and it was leaking all over the place, like leaking water.
The M&Ms were leaking?
The package I got, yeah, it was peanut-based Reese's Pieces, and I was like, huh? Okay. And so I was carrying it in, and it weighed maybe like 10 pounds for like one box of like 8 packages of Reese's Pieces. And I was like, that's not right. And then I opened it up, and they put like maybe 40 of those like frozen like ice packs in with the Reese's Pieces in the very tiny box, and also didn't charge for shipping, and all of the ice packs exploded and got their viscous gunk all over themselves and my person, and it was still cold. And I was like, how did this work? And then I was at the grocery store today, and they just had them without anything, just like raw dogging it on the shelf. So now I'm gonna try them.
So you got your Reese's Pissies in the mail, and then after all that trouble, you just found them on a shelf anyway.
Far easier to find them on the shelf, I'd say. I will say.
To the store first.
Well, no, I don't want to.
Oh, okay, he doesn't want to.
I go to the store like once a month, maybe.
That's crazy.
I love going to the store. There's things on shelves.
These
I don't
taste
have money for
expired.
them, but
Are they expired?
They weren't old. Wow.
Didn't answer my question.
Enjoy by 6/03/2027.
oh,
Okay, so they won't expire.
you got
in our
plenty of
lifetime.
time.
I think that's within 5 years, right?
You heard me.
2027.
Brother!
What's 4
Jane.
plus 5?
Come on.
2029. That's 4 years. No.
Did you just say 4 plus 7 is 2029?
4 plus 7? No, 2024 plus 5.
James said 5. James said 4 plus 5.
Yeah, I said 4 plus 5, so 4 plus 5 is 9.
Bite soup is correct. Whee!
You are moving outside the mission area.
Whee!
I bet Sandy's delivery bills. I don't get things delivered. I just go to the store infrequently.
You just talked about one thing you got delivered, Gorgeous.
You did
Oh.
jest.
I occasionally get Amazon packages delivered. That's usually like next day shipping for like things I need that are at my house that I can't easily drive to and access.
And how dare you?
Like I needed a DisplayPort cable. That was like by like the same afternoon, because it was for my camera for one of the first streams I did with what's it called, with the pack openings and everything.
Can you do a math stream? Didn't we do that with like Worm or something? No, that
I'm
was
feeling
Worm.
really
Like a
sick eating these
multiplication
things.
challenge.
I don't want to. Why would it? Not multiplication.
You did a mad minute.
Why is simple multiplication intimidating for you, Jane?
Dude, they freak me out.
You should know your
There is an
times
X.
table still.
I genuinely don't. I never learned them in the first place.
You know Jane doesn't know their times tables. Come
Yeah,
on.
I don't know why you would think that.
What are you fucking talking about? Everyone at my school had to learn it.
I didn't
They
go
had-
to your school.
Okay, but schooling is supposed to be the same across the world.
Jane is not the same as you, is the point. Not that school was the problem.
That was one of,
probably did its job.
James, please tell us 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is one of the most bastardest.
That's 35.
times tables. No, not
No.
close. Not close.
Gorgeous, if 6 times 6 is 36, then how is 6 times 7 35?
6 times 5.
Is not 35.
Then I don't know. Maybe nobody does. Don't boo me!
That was the thing in 3rd grade. Everyone had to do all 12 times tables in a mad minute, and when you did it, your name went up on the board. Until the point where they were like, oh, it's only like 4 people that haven't gotten it yet. But once everyone gets it, we get a pizza party. And there were like 2 people that didn't get it for the longest time. And I was like, this is probably hell for everyone involved.
Oh, that's really
like-
fucking sad.
Probably the worst way to provide any sort of teaching or anything to anyone.
Literally. That would have been me. I would have been one of those kids that never got the
Would've,
fucking
you're
number.
still like that.
We also,
Well, yeah, but I don't go to 3rd grade anymore, Candy.
Right,
we're
as
also
of
like
2 weeks
8.
ago.
So there was no sense of like, oh, you'll do it. Everyone's like, what are you doing? Why haven't you done it yet?
At 8, you're old enough to, like, apply social pressure to other people. That's wicked.
That's a developmental milestone, bullying.
Yeah. Groupthink.
1980 Orwell.
Not.
George. Well,
I hate it here.
That's my impression of George Orwell as a very mischievous but scared little Pokemon.
Star Wars
Aw.
character.
We should do for the Star Wars, for Star Wars, we should do one where I get someone to like describe a Star Wars. Oh, I want to do that for a Yu-Gi-Oh stream actually at one point. Get someone who knows Yu-Gi-Oh cards and then have you guys look and try to describe the Yu-Gi-Oh card for me and see if I can guess it. That'd be fun.
so would we be describing them to you? Oh fuck, I'm stuck in a prickly plant. I'm gonna get fucking killed!
Yes, but I would need someone else who knows all the funny Yu-Gi-Oh cards to show you the images.
You need to
Do
find
you know
a
anybody like that?
you need to find a Yu-Gi-Oh
Yeah.
fan immediately.
There's like 5 people that I know.
Here's
that are
5
like that.
people on Earth.
Are they funny?
Well, the Yu-Gi-Oh cards are funny.
Oh no.
Sanity still has to play Soma? That's true.
That's an October stream. You have to get
fuck.
October about it. Holy shit.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining.
He's having a whole React YouTuber adventure off cam that we can't even see.
I just opened up a Yu-Gi-Oh pack and pulled the highest rarity card.
Oh, let's
Why'd you
fucking
not film
go.
it? You just talked about your the whole camera thing.
What?
Be a React YouTuber. Film it.
Don't film it. Let it be a secret forever. Let it fade into obscurity.
Keep it secret, keep it safe.
One of us has got to be right. And I don't think it's me this time.
These little fucking peanut M&M protein things just keep getting worse.
Why are you still eating them if you didn't like them?
Because he's a hero.
They
Don't
make my tummy go
say
bad.
that! James,
What?
he's gonna go dig the MREs out of his car that are all expired.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
I have eaten a 6-year-old MRE before, so it's just best the
MREs are literally supposed to last forever. That's
Each
probably
of them
fine.
past the expiration.
Oh my god, they're probably fine.
It was fine. I was totally fine afterwards.
Literally,
I don't believe
MREs
you.
only have an expiration date because they don't want civilians eating them.
That is not our official opinion. You cannot endorse that on your stream. That is so fucked up and dangerous to say.
What? Oh,
It's
don't
not
eat
dangerous,
MREs.
It's fine.
My official opinion is don't eat MREs because they support war? I don't know.
There you go. That's woke.
So
Why did
Skittle
the
says,
bug
as
kill
Steve
me?
1989 MRE info shows, MREs can last a fucking eternity. Steve 1999 MRE info has eaten food from the Civil War, has eaten food from the
He's gone to the
1865.
hospital over it.
Well, he did eat a what was it? I don't know what type of Chinese ration it was. It was some Chinese
That was
ration.
actually a cursed berry.
He did go to the hospital for like
He
6
supped of
months.
the cursed berry, yeah.
He's had
He almost
botulism
died.
multiple times before as well. I had a Quest chocolate chip cookie because I saw them in the pantry and went, ooh, cookie, and they were not good for me. I ate one this morning, and I purchased it, and I've eaten them before, and I took a bite of it, and I was like, this is a campy food. This can't be anything that anyone's ever eaten before intentionally. This tastes like sawdust and crime and skunk.
Why do you know what skunk tastes like, little buddy?
I ate all of it. You taste with your nose.
Oh.
No, you don't, gorgeous. That's smelling.
Wrong.
Have you heard of smelling, my
The
friend?
Helldivers battle for freedom.
Don't smell, my
Let
friend.
us decide where to enter the fray.
Have you heard of my friend Smell?
I haven't seen him in so long.
Civilians pay to eat MREs, soldiers get
Another
paid to eat
step
them.
closer
Yes.
to a
I actually have a
operation.
well, I guess not really a family friend, but I know a guy who at one point was like given MREs to eat for like 6 months or something, and he just stopped eating entirely. And I was like, was that
What?
bad? He was like, yeah, it was really bad. I'm like, why did you do that? He's like, I didn't want to eat them anymore. And I was like, all right, we don't have enough things in common to
Hold on.
keep talking.
How did he live for 6 months?
He said he only ate Skittles out of the MREs.
What? How?
Yeah. By eating the Skittles that were in the MREs.
Like out of... No, you wouldn't survive on that.
Maybe he was a liar?
Really
That's a good
scary.
possibility.
Scary and, dare I say, upsetting.
Scary and dairy? Not possible. I mean, you can... That one dude went like 6 years without eating food. You can go way longer than you can without food. I've gone like a
What?
week.
What?
No, not a week,
Don't
3
go
days.
6
3 or 4
years
days.
without eating food, chat.
Don't
do
go
that.
3 or 4 days without eating food either. Don't go more than like...
Eat food every day. Let's just say that.
Yeah, eat food every day. Don't not eat food. It's not a good thing to do.
I don't know. These
And I
Meat
won't say
Planet
all the secret
characters,
spells I earned.
They
when I
seem
got
to be
it, I
telling
did
me
it.
something different. I'm learning different things now.
What's the Dungeon Meshi quote? Someone knows it.
Dungeon meepy, dungeon meepy.
Uh-uh-uh.
Not the quote.
In my experience, eating a whole pack of Skittles in one sitting does make me feel quite bad. Yeah. Okay, the quote Dungeon Meshi is not, you don't gotta eat food. Eat elves, they're not food. That's not the quote from
That's
that.
the quote.
That's the quote.
I was telling everyone on my stream yesterday how I had elf ears on, and everyone just typed, elf, 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 kill, 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 in chat for like 30 minutes.
Pavlovian response.
Literally.
We've trained them that way. That's obedient now.
If you see an elf, that's dinner. I'm trying
Dungeon Mecha? It's pretty good.
it. Ooh, I would
Jane would
watch
like
Dungeon Mecha. I would also watch Dungeon Meshi. I'm not saying anything bad about that one, but it does have an elf.
I was at, oh my fucking god.
Are you okay?
Sorry.
He
No,
reacted
just-
to the elf.
No, I have
my God,
3
no.
packs of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and I pulled the most expensive card and the second most expensive card of the entire set.
I told you to film it. You need to listen to me.
Well, now no one's gonna fucking believe me, so I might as well do
you should've
nothing.
That's
filmed
for
it.
true. I'm not gonna believe you.
Administering freedom.
These things are so shiny. Holy smokes.
Me describing my cursed coin.
Okay. Well, we can't all be like you.
Yeah, because you don't have the cursed coin. You have your stupid Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
I actually have, before my last Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, I bought like a $10 coin online and had it shipped to my house.
Oh, was
Because-
it?
No, but it was weird, and I put one in my cart and almost bought it, and then I realized it was one that was like, it was like a sex one. It was like a body sex coin, and I was like, this isn't right for me. So I got one with a whole bunch of triangles on it.
I can't believe they gave you a sex coin. That's so sad. I'm sorry.
No,
dude.
I almost bought it. I chose not to.
Oh, I'm sorry that something.
You should have
I
bought
think
the
these are
sex
just
coin.
rancid.
Oh, Kava, thank you. Thank you so much for the description. I killed that beast for you. You earned 1 beast kill.
Are you
I like
eating
the
the ones
little-
that were frozen, Sanity? Or the ones that were from the store?
The ones that were frozen have been like really, really good, and they're cold, and they're really good cold. The ones from the store, I think, are just rancid.
Why am I bleeding again?
Huh?
So you bought them twice?
No, there's 2 different types. I got the Reepsies Peepsies.
Oh, okay.
Those
Now
got
I'm
delivered.
curious.
I went and got the peanut M&Ms at the store today. I will say, there's a whole thing that is like protein potato chips, and they don't taste like potato chips, but it tastes like good, kind of. Imagine a perfect triangle of like whey isolate, and it's flavor blasted with Dorito. That's
Okay.
certainly edible, right?
No.
So that was like 130 calories for 20 grams of protein, just really good macros. And I was at the store today and I saw like a knockoff brand, and I'm like, oh, maybe they're good. I'll take a look at their macros. It was 12 grams of protein, so just under half the amount of protein, and it was 300 calories, which is like double the amount of calories for half the protein. They're being marketed as like a protein thing. And I'm like, what? Why would anyone buy these? This is stupid.
My life for super art!
Well, why did you buy them?
I didn't buy them.
Oh, why didn't you buy them?
I did the Shrek walk. Oh! Because I went to the store today, I got my customary monthly treat, and it was a Starbucks apple oat milk shaken espresso, and it tasted really bad.
Oh, good.
And I also didn't know how
Oat milk.
I
work?
didn't know how much caffeine was in it until after I drank it, and I was just sitting there
The
thinking,
Jane mistake.
I was like, what happens if we're streaming and we just run out of things to talk about ever? Like,
Yeah,
what if
man.
what if we broached every topic and we've got nothing left to say?
You got
even
the
on new
caffeine
things?
terrors.
That's how I'm able to be like, oh, I've had too much caffeine or I haven't slept well. Is I'll just like be quiet for a little bit, listen to myself, and then I'll have a little secondary overseer within my brain that kind of like takes a little step back and it's like, that's not rational. You shouldn't think that way.
Sounds like you just have anxiety. That makes sense. You are a horse.
Well, I mean, it's a little overseer. I don't know if you heard that thing.
I did hear that. I wasn't going to acknowledge that because that sounds like it's a whole different problem.
I got a little overseer, and he wears blue jeans and a yellow suit jacket.
Well, now it's a whole other separate problem because I
got a-
like him.
He's got a big pervert's mustache, and he
I don't
drinks
like him
coffee.
anymore.
Okay.
Sending replacement.
It wasn't the pervert part, it was the mustache part.
Reinforcements have
I am not a fan of mustaches, period, unfortunately.
Neither am
Wow.
I. Sorry for all mustache havers.
Yeah.
Are you
I like-
do you mean like any like facial hair on your upper lip or do you mean like straight mustache?
Maybe both. I'm not
Wow.
a fan of facial hair in general.
Jame, it makes sense that comes from Jame because they're like a hairless babe.
Jame, it makes sense that to come from Jame.
I didn't think about my sentence before I said it, okay? It formed halfway through.
It's formed halfway through in fully Italian.
Stop it!
Why does your overseer and Topol have a mustache so we don't like them? I just gave them thought. I just gave them form now.
Can you take the mustache away? Rip it off their face.
They just no. I wouldn't rip it off their face. They've just never had it.
Okay, well, can you have them shave it or something?
Okay,
Freaking
no.
out.
They've now just never had it.
How'd that
Speaking of Tulpa, we've talked about the burger Tulpa story, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it still works. It still works on me. I so
Imagining
rarely
having
crave.
a burger still makes you feel like you're not hungry anymore.
No, it makes me feel like I've had the burger. Like right a day or two ago, I had a craving for like Thanksgiving turkey, which I don't like and I'm not a huge fan of. But I was like, fuck, I really need Thanksgiving turkey. And I closed my eyes and like I was at work and I kind of like bowed my head and I thought about eating like a delicious Thanksgiving meal. And then after that, I was like, yeah, that's it. I don't need any more of it. I'm all good.
Well, that is pretty beautiful. Unfortunately, it is not true.
No, what?
You did not have a Thanksgiving turkey meal. You thought of one.
Oh, I thought you were saying I was lying about thinking about having a turkey. I'm like, that's a very strange thing to admit to and then lie about.
No, surely you wouldn't lie about such things. But the meal was not real.
The meal wasn't real, but it doesn't need to be real.
No, real is generally a thing meals must be.
Well, to get benefit from them, to get the caloric food.
We're all surrounding you and chanting together at once. Meal must
And we're
be
scaring
real.
you.
Meal must be real. Now we're pulling out forks and knives and spoons.
Oh, I'm giving you all one of these rancid peanut M&M protein
I'm
things.
fuming, I'm fuming, I'm fuming, I'm fuming. That's not a real meal.
Sliding away on my pume rocket.
Ew, dude.
Yuck. Now it's all
Ucky.
gross.
Ucky, yucky, gross.
Meal.
Me,
Are you good?
my fellow Americans. Meal.
They need to stop making those stupid ass like Biden versus Trump debate AI Twitch 24/7 long stream things. They've got to go back to just cutting like videos of them talking, where it's the one where Biden's like, "My fellow Americans, I'm gay." it's so good.
Pure American humor.
One of my favorite things they did in Overwatch 1, they did like the developer updates, and we're like, Jeff from the team would be like, "Hey, we're like nerfing Roadhog's Hook this way because of this," which is a pretty good thing. But one of the guys would like do that same thing where they like took different like audio
The
clips
edits,
and like
I remember those.
yes, one of the funniest things that ever happened was after one of those, it like cut to the commercials, and he was like, "Oh yeah, xylophone, zebra, bubblegum," or something like that, which are like three different like apparently they're like the most like phoneme rich words that like people never say or something. So he just gave them like free ammunition, which was so sweet. It was so sweet.
That's really good.
Yeah. We used to be a country.
Deploying reinforcements.
Until
You
we
can
shot
watch-
Used to
Jeff
have
into
dual flak
space.
cannons.
Point me to the enemy.
You can watch Jeff age rapidly over the time of Overwatch's development. There's like a point, I forgot where, but like Overwatch 2 was in development for a while, and there's like one of the updates where he just looks like really angry, like really unhappy, and then that's the same for all of the future ones, and he just like talks less, and it's like, oh yeah, this was this was what it happened. This is when it all occurred.
So this is when it happened.
This is where the story of Undertale began.
Whoa.
I guess that's how I'd solve your hypothetical, Sanity. I'd just make Overwatch 3 and see what happened.
What's so funny is they're probably gonna do that.
Yeah. In like 3 or 4 years, maybe.
I don't know. I have the same opinion with Overwatch as I do as the ending of Game of Thrones, and I don't need to say anymore. I've talked too much about the both of them.
I have no
for
idea
last
what you
week.
mean by
I
that.
have
Yeah.
no idea what your opinion on the ending of Game of Thrones is, so you are
I
gonna
feel
have
the
to
same
elaborate.
about Geeble's World as I do Goo Boo Baba. So, like, you all know what I mean by that.
And I
I'm not gonna
won't say it
explain.
again, and I won't belabor the point. Game of Thrones, the last 3 seasons were just
Oh, I was
terrible
hoping
because
you
they.
wouldn't elaborate.
Oh,
I was
James said
kind of
that.
willing to leave it there.
What? No,
James said-
I want you to elaborate.
Oh man.
Don't listen to
Sorry.
Candy.
Mean.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about Game of Thrones for 3 hours.
Oh my
I
God,
want to
fine.
talk about Matt Smith and his horse dead wife again.
That's not Game of Thrones. That's House of Dragons.
I
It's
it's
different.
genuinely-
the same thing.
I genuinely want to know Sanity's opinion. His opinion cannot possibly take more than like a minute. Sanity, you have a minute. Go.
After Game of 6 of Game of Thrones, they basically ran out of book, and the first like bit during the first half of season 6, they had some book, and it was all very easily set up. And then they got to season 7 and 8, and they had no more books, and they didn't fucking understand how the books worked at all. They were just like, okay, well maybe this character would do this because they seemed like they would. It was like an equivalency is like having like a monkey hit a button that a human did without understanding why a human hit a button. Like maybe they can fire nukes, but they don't understand why you shouldn't fire nukes. It was that sort of situation. And the ending was like kind of similar, except for the actual like true ending of the show. They went to George, and they were like, George, how does like this show end? Like what needs to happen? And he apparently told them like 3 or 4 different things. And what it feels like is he told them nothing, because nothing makes any fucking sense in the slightest at all. However, when you like look back at it with like 6 to 8 years of like retrospect and like all of the other like surrounding world stuff, you can almost like, it's like watching like the ruins of an ancient civilization that monkeys came in and fucked up, but then humans came back and they're like, oh shit, the monkeys did this probably because they saw the humans doing. You can like reverse, triple reverse engineer what how the ending that was made could actually be a satisfying ending and like could actually be interesting. It's similar with Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 should not have been a sequel. Nothing appreciably changed. It needed a PvE mode. However, as I look back at Overwatch 1 and like what they're doing currently with Overwatch 2, there are enough changes that like there's at least an argument that it probably should be a sequel and not just a change to Overwatch 1. One of the biggest things, literally, is the fact that it's a different game entirely, and the monetization model is entirely changed. But God, I don't know. It wasn't very good. It's something that like I probably could talk about for like 6 hours, but I won't. Those are just my quick thoughts.
I just don't understand why they didn't market it as like just like a massive like a DLC, you know? You could have released one of the like story mission things alongside it if it had been fucking done, you know? If
Right.
it had been real.
Actually, yeah, that doesn't make any sense. My answer to that was gonna be, well, because people then wouldn't buy Overwatch 2, but you don't have to buy Overwatch 2.
Right, it's free to play. You just say like the next like Overwatch next, and it's a big DLC
Right.
update that changes everything.
They could have charged for that.
So the reason why is because they could not support Overwatch 1 anymore because of the 6v6. Everything was changing, and they didn't want to split the player base. So they needed to change everything over. And if you say, oh, big update for Overwatch, no one new is going to come back to Overwatch. But if you say Overwatch 2, people that played Overwatch in 2016 to play double Winston and 3 Tracers with 1 Lucio, and remember that like, that game being fun, they're like, oh shit, sequel to Overwatch, it could be good again. And they were just banking on the game being good at that moment. But that game, Overwatch 2 at release, was one of the worst games in the world. It was not fun to play. It was not very well thought through. And a lot of the changes were not like done in an intelligent way. They were just kind of done because they needed to be done. So as a result, a whole bunch of people came back to Overwatch 2 and they're like, wait,
Hold on, this shit sucks.
Nothing's changed in 6 years. And also like the shit that they did changed for the worse without telling us why. Like Jeff left, a whole bunch of the like VPs, a lot of the developers left. They were cutting a whole bunch of costs. They apparently dropped like more than half of the Overwatch 1 development team right before they announced Overwatch 2. So like everyone was gone. That being said, Overwatch 2 currently is a different game that is better. Probably not as good as Overwatch 1 that everyone recalls, but it's fine. I wouldn't say it's entirely unplayable, and I wouldn't say it's horrible. But it has the same consistent power creep problems that are present in any live service game or in any continuing thing that doesn't end. It's true of like trading card games. Things have to get stronger and stronger, so you buy the new thing, so you play the new thing. It's true of Overwatch too. Things have to get stronger and stronger, so there's like, so the new character is fun to play. They do have to do something new, but they have like, I don't even fucking know, like 40 characters now. There are only so many things you can do in a fucking 3-dimensional space. They're like inherently limited by like theory, like by things that like humanoid creatures can do at some point.
They should just like make more hamsters.
That's what they're doing. They made like a good example of that is like Echo and Pharah. Pharah was the only like Sky character. Then they made Echo, who is also a Sky character that also has like long range rocket based damage and stuff. And there's the new healer can also kind of fly now too. So they're kind of like taking like the core identities of some classes and like mixing them together, which is so funny because that's what every single Overwatch clone that inevitably fails and looks like dog shit does as well. Like, there's a video out there of like Marvel Rivals, where it's like, oh cool, I'm playing Groot, it's just May. Hey, I'm playing like Thor with Thor's hammer, he's just Reinhardt. Like, it's the exact, it's like, oh, this character has Genji's shuriken, but with May's ice block. Fine. It's also kind of true of Deadlock. Like, there's only so many things you can do in a video game. They're broaching the limit. They keep releasing and doing new stuff.
Again, we just need a game where we're going back to basics. You're in a fucking Half-Life sandbox, you have a gravity gun, and go have fun. Games are too fucking complicated. Give me another gravity gun.
Which, if that's the case though, and you like simplify it too much, then you get like CS:GO and Valorant and Siege, and then
No,
it
I'm
fucking
not even
sucks.
talking about like a PvP piece of shit. I'm talking about like put me in like a sandbox. I want to go to a world. I want to have a FPS adventure against critters and people. And if you want to, then
Yep.
you can make a multiplayer mode if you're good. Too many games are multiplayer first without having a fundamental of like a campaign or training mode, you know? Like if
We were talking
Overwatch
about-
had a campaign and had like a PvE reason for people to play it, Overwatch 2 wouldn't have flopped so badly because fundamentally they lied about Overwatch 2, and that's probably like that's the worst part about it, I think, is like genuinely the fact that they just lied really
Yeah.
sucked.
But like, the more I see of Overwatch 2, the more I understand why they lied. It just felt like an executive made a decision with understanding like half of the stuff, like the reasons, and then was just like, oh yeah, and I'm sure the game's fine enough. People don't actually care about the game, do they? And then realize that people like the game because they want to play the game. Also, the thing you were talking about before with like FPS, like, you know, single player first, like PvE, that game does exist. It's just called Bigfoot.
Oh,
So
okay.
we just got to get back to making Bigfoot style games.
Just gotta like get back into that Bigfoot content creator grind.
That big grind.
That big grind we call it. Can you do a Bigfoot stream again? I mean, yeah, we're Bigfoot content creators.
That is also like the both funniest and saddest thing is you'll like see people who are like very pigeonholed into like one game.
Yeah.
That is like it's limited. It's so there's
It's
only
so
so
limited.
much stuff you can do.
I don't-
The amount of like I like watching like Rust wipes because it's kind of like a movie. Like you start off with nothing, you eventually like go up to get something, or you get raided and everything goes away. But Rust is also inherently limited, and like when every story either ends halfway through because you got raided by someone with 30 times your size, or you just get everything you want and then the server ends, and they've been doing it for 9 years, like I can't imagine that sounds like a living hell. Like,
Yeah. No, I have been pigeonholed before. Like the algorithm for my buddy's YouTube channel, only Halo, nothing else. If you try to do anything else, the YouTube algorithm is straight up gonna crucify you. And it's not good, especially when, listen, when Halo's good, it's a great time. When Halo's Infinite, it's not a good time. Nobody's watching it, nobody's playing it. And my god, are some of those narrative drops questionable.
yeah. It's even worse for like FPSs like that because they're also all better if you like kind of shut your brain off and just like start playing, and then that's all you do for however long, and it's like, oh my god. I don't like video games. I hate video games that it's the only thing you do for the rest of your life. It's just the one thing.
You hate
I would
video
die.
games.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of them, kind of generally or personally, I would say.
I don't know why you named yourself Sanity Plays Games if you actively try not to.
Well, I didn't say Sanity plays every games. It's with a big grin smile. I play games because I like giving games a shot. I had a great time playing Bigfoot. But if I didn't play Bigfoot with James 7T or another friend that would be fun to play Bigfoot with, it would have been suck. But Bigfoot is also like a multiplayer game. So, by that extension, like, and a lot of the friends I made in like 2016, I made playing Overwatch. Games can like lead into other things. I've talked with like people who I have known nothing about like the story of Grand Theft Auto 5 when I was like in 2012 or whatever the fuck that came out. Games can do a whole bunch. Like games can be like fun and engaging and everything. It's just that sometimes they aren't.
What is UFO 50?
Never heard of that either.
Are you tricking me,
me
chat? Are you making up a game about UFOs to get me excited?
I didn't say it because I thought it was gonna be like a UFO 50s not spit.
Oh, fuck. New game came out. Sanity, research mode, go. Put down
Okay.
your soup for a minute.
I'm going to the Steam Market. I'm going to go sort by recently released.
Just Google
Okay.
UFO 50.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, then we have to look at UFOs 1 through 49, and that's scary.
Well,
Oh, top sellers for games. Number 2 top seller for games, the Steam Deck.
the Scream Deck.
We're not sponsored.
Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 is the top selling game on Steam right now.
Really? Huh.
Oh my god, wait, UFO 50 is the 7th game down.
What is it?
It is a collection of 50 single and multiplayer games that span a variety of genres, from platformers to shoot-'em-ups to puzzle games, roguelites, and RPGs. Our goal is to combine our familiar 8-bit aesthetic with new ideas and modern game design.
Wait, 50
looks
games?
like-
Oh my god, it's like the Dreadx collection. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Cute.
Oh,
I
I want
actually
to
legit-
stream that bad, actually.
I almost bought and played this past Tuesday.
Huh.
This was one of the games that was on the
I'm gonna
docket.
check this out. This looks
Freedom
really cute.
forever!
This looks like
Now
this looks
look
very
what you
much like
did,
a
chat.
candy
You're
game.
gonna see that game streamed 3 times over 3 different channels.
Oh, we could also play Slackers, Carts of Glory.
Sounds
It's
less appealing.
It's an indie casual driving simulation game.
You guys don't like it when I drive.
It's
You
just
get all
because you
weird
should.
about it.
You drive like a Jamie, that's why. And that can be dangerous.
That's my name.
Your name is Jamie.
Everyone likes me.
I love that little ditty. You all gotta have little ditties.
That's so true. Can you do a stream where you just look for bugs outside? I'm gonna get freaked out if I do such.
That's what they're doing right now.
Reinforcements have been launched.
I'm outside and I'm looking for bugs.
Once we all get a Twitch partner and we have to do Twitch for a full-time job, well, no. Once I get $50 million and I've forced someone else to make a video game for me by threat of $50 million, I'm just gonna, my streams are gonna be I strap a GoPro to my head and I go wandering.
Like in a forest or?
Well, it depends where I live, but I will just go wandering. I think maybe, like, new stream title, it's like, I'm in the big city, how long till I find a mountain? And I just start wandering.
First IRL stream I would watch.
That's empty!
Listen, everything
would
I
be-
hear about IRL streams is just like, it sounds like everybody doing IRL streams is actively like walking around trying to make like inflammatory shit happen. And it's like, no. You do that shit on Second Life. What are you doing?
Like, everyone that I've, like, seen do, or they're, like, doing the, like, oh my god, what's happening over there? Oh my god, can you guys believe this? Holy, and it's like, you know, you're outside, man. You don't, stop talking like all of that. Talk a human again now. That would have been so much better if you were a human. You made everyone scared outside. First IRL stream, getting lost and starving in the woods. Every time that I went camping as a child, I almost died.
Why?
Exposure, dehydration, got lost in the forest on my first camping trip for 3 hours. Dehydration again, sun poisoning, and then heat exhaustion.
Well, I'm glad out of the like 7 timelines where you've been eaten by a bear, we got the timeline where you didn't.
I literally, one of my first camping trips that I went on, that I was like, the one that I got lost on, I didn't know, I thought that you had to eat food like every day at like 3 meals a day, or you would die by like
you die by
I was
midnight.
like, I was like lost for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I have to kill a squirrel and eat it. This is gonna suck so bad. Because I was like, if I find a lake, the lake's gonna be contaminated. But I don't think a squirrel will be contaminated. But I don't know how to make a fire. I have to kill and eat a raw squirrel. This sucks. This sucks so bad.
Not to interrupt your raw squirrel story, I finally have the game updated.
Oh my god, that took you so... That was the entire stream. I told you to do it earlier today.
Do you want to play or not?
Yes, I do. Of course I want to
I'm
play.
also watching it. I forgot that. I've been done with my soup for a while.
I have spent over 1,000 over 100,000 super destroyer points today
You don't
trying
sound
to
right.
save planets for Earth. Trying to save planets for Earth.
Super Earth.
Super Earth. And you're fucking this up for me. Now I have to figure out how to invite you.
Hey, I got
can
a
do it
box
in-game.
of Magic the Gathering cards today from their new set called Bloom.
Called Bloom.
What the fuck? Did you guys just hear something say English US?
No.
No.
Nobody heard that.
Oh my god. Helldivers has like a fucking auto say
Oh,
everything
you turned the narrator
out.
on.
I don't want
James,
Off.
unprivate the lobby. You fucked it up.
off.
What? I didn't...
off.
What?
Your invitation didn't work.
Yeah, so...
Lobby set to private.
What? Why can't I invite you?
I can invite you.
No, I'm not joining yours.
What do you mean?
Yours is scary. There, it's friends only now.
You shouldn't show that it's friends only on stream.
Oh my god, who's gonna join?
I have
Other
to
than my
watch-
friends.
I have to watch a video from the Ministry of Earth.
Skip it.
You can skip it.
Oh, okay.
You've played this game before.
Apparently, it's been more than 54 days.
That's awesome.
Are you joining, Candy?
There was a lot of very wet noises.
You need to.
I did.
You need to wait a moment.
Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
Fuck. I didn't
How
get
are you
enough.
level 123?
I didn't get enough points to get a puppy coin.
How are you
My
level
little game.
33? Why am I level 10?
You're level 13. You didn't even
You're a
count your
lowly
number
cadet.
right.
Whatever. What is this?
That's my hallway. You've never seen a hallway?
You doing something with all this space or what?
Hey, Candy, Candy, no, the wrong one. Hold on. Candy, how do I... There.
Play.
Come on. Battle me.
1, 2, 3. I win.
I win. You're about to lose. You're about to lose badly. You don't know my strategy.
I win.
Stop. Don't do that.
1, 2, 3. I win.
Motherfucker.
Are you done?
What do you mean? I have been waiting for you for an hour and 50 minutes.
Helldiver.
We said we would download this game and play it tonight.
Are you done?
We're going to Trandor.
All of us downloaded the game and we are playing it tonight. Let it be known.
Let it be known. Let it be known, chat, that I waited patiently for these two dissidents to arrive all night.
If you whined about it more, I would have been here faster, but I forgot because you didn't whine loud enough.
Yeah, I was being respectful of your soup consumption.
Well,
Hey, my
Nice
pod.
try. Nice try.
oops, looks like me and Candy are gonna get down first.
No, stop. No, stop.
Uh-oh.
Go, my gnat technique. Oh, man.
Don't be a gnat. Don't be bugs. Okay, so have you guys
Should I
ever
equip
played...
the turrets?
Do you have the autocannon sentry?
I have the machine gun sentry and Gatling sentry.
Gatling sentry is probably best on this difficulty.
Should I have the orbital Gatling barrage, precision strike, or Eagle 110mm rocket pods?
Precision strike. And you know
Should
the...
I have
You know
grenade
about
launcher,
numbers.
machine gun, rover, jump pack, or anti-material?
I'd say anti-material.
And also rover?
You can have rover.
Rover, not
Okay.
bad.
Do I have... Oh, I get a booster.
Yeah.
You get hearts.
Aww. That's...
I'm ready to
I
heart.
equipped what I need. I don't need anything else.
I'm ready to love.
I'm ready to game. All right, heroes. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna get in quick. We're gonna get this done. And we're gonna escape. Oh, Woody, thank you for your bugs attack. Very kind of you. We're gonna get in there. We're gonna get every objective done. 20 minutes.
I'm getting like 1 FPS.
No, you're having
That's
fun.
normal.
We're gonna do this 20 minutes flat. Is my
Game is
prediction.
exceptionally loud and I don't have like less than a frame.
You are fine. Stop complaining.
It looks like Assassin's Creed Horizons.
Only
over
a
here.
dissident would say that.
I don't want to diss.
Or it did.
You did.
He did. And we're gonna fuck bugs. Chat, we are not gonna fuck bugs. We are gonna
We straight
heroically...
up been falling for like 6 hours.
Well, yeah, you're being launched from orbit. Gamer
Takes a
Krill,
while.
thank you so much. Kill your squad for points. Do not kill your squad for points. You do not get points for killing your squad.
How many points?
You do not get points for killing your squad.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might
You
of
guys
the
ready to hell dive?
Come on, man. Come on, man.
What?
What's this?